tough time to be smiling, folks. Okay, so I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiana. For those of you who don't know me, I make exclusively anti-MLM content, and I think that there's a discussion to be had currently. Obviously, we know that there's a lot of civil unrest going on in the United States with the death of George Floyd at the hands of Minneapolis PD. One of the officers has been arrested and charged. However, 3 of the officers that were accomplice to this murder have not been charged yet, and nothing has happened to them. And so there have been days and days of protesting, violence, looting, military, lots of scary things going on right now. But I want to take a moment to use my platform and what I talk about to talk about some of the things that I see going on, not only within like the MLM community and what they're doing, but a greater discussion among the Black community as what constitutes a Black-owned business, and if being involved in an MLM and buying from a person of color is considered supporting Black-owned business. So I want to delve into that. So yeah, we'll start with the former. We'll start with like the tone deafness that I'm seeing online in regards to what's happening, how some of these MLM distributors are really like reacting to what's going on and how they're using this as an opportunity to, I'm not really quite sure what they're using this as an opportunity to do, quite frankly, but we're going to get into that, and we're going to watch a couple clips, and I've got a couple images and just my thoughts around that. And then afterwards I want to discuss some of the things that I've seen directly within the Black community and across the and about the discussion, whether or not, again, an MLM constitutes supporting a Black-owned business, and if buying from a distributor who is a person of color, if that is supporting or, I guess, amplifying melanated businesses. So the first thing that I want to talk about, and obviously I'm nervous, this is like very controversial. I'm very controversial, and I know that there are people. I don't want to come after anybody's livelihood. That's not my goal. I think that at the end of the day, the goal should be to uplift people and to empower people and to empower Black-owned businesses. Truly things that people are passionate about and things that people care about, and how can we take a step as a community to really do that as a whole. The first thing I'd like to touch on is, what the heck, Moni? A blackout sale for your blackout men's line on Blackout Tuesday? Bad idea all around. I don't think we need to get into why. Like, that's just like a terrible idea all around. I think it was just like immensely like poorly planned. Like, maybe you guys like didn't anticipate all of this happening, but they were posting on their Instagram earlier enough to like know that maybe that this like wasn't the smartest idea or time to launch a sale, a blackout sale with all Black products. Like, Jesus. Yeah, so that, I think, we're just gonna move on from that. That's all I need to say. I don't think I really need to get into that. That's enough. So this is really going into some of the tone deafness of what I saw, I guess, like the morning of, or like things going on in regards to Blackout Tuesday. Like, if you don't know, maybe don't comment. Like, maybe don't make a video. Like, to me, I don't know. Let's watch.
Not a video that I want to be making at all, but I feel that it's necessary. I am very well educated on the circumstances going on in the world right now, and I have gotten so many messages from either former business partners and also just people that are random that I have no relation to. I've gotten messages saying that I should not be posting my accomplishments because of what's happening in the world right now, and all I have to say to that is, you have no idea how people are reacting behind closed doors. I am probably one of the most, I guess, like, educated people on social issues. Like, it's something that I take a lot of pride in. It's something that I'm always looking into. I've signed petitions. I've donated lots of money. I stick up for what's right in every given conversation. I've considered going to protests, and, you know, nobody has any.
She's considered going to protests. Here's the thing. Look, I'm going to say this. it's okay if you can't protest, and it's okay if you can't donate. It's okay if you, like, everybody can do what they can to make a difference. You can sign petitions. If you can't go to a protest, you can donate. If you know what I mean? Like, if you can't donate, you could sign petitions. Like, there are lots of things that you can do to play your part. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you a lot of things that you can do to play your part. But to one of the things that really kind of irks me, and you know, I am actually really grateful I got into a discussion with a friend of mine who has a platform, who has like a very large platform on social media, and she initially took the stance that said, hey, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know enough to say anything, and that's where I stand right now, and I really like need to take a stance on that, but I'm open to learning. And I said, hey, you're telling me you're open to learning? I sent her resources. She said, hey, I'm gonna have a look at this over some tea, and I'll get back to you. You know what? It was, I want to say I'm really grateful, because it was like, I don't know. I mean, it was just, there was a difference. There was a difference the next day, because she said, hey, look, like little small things, like she didn't like learn like Black history over tea overnight or anything like that. But she took a moment to you know, understand some of the small things that you might not see as an issue, or like that might not be so trivial to you, that do affect Black people over a succession of time. And it's hard to understand something so small as like a Band-Aid being catered to your skin color throughout your lifetime, and that being skin color and being a person of color and not having that skin tone. I know it sounds so small and so trivial, but it's little things like that people that aren't in tune to things like that. And just knowing that things have been catered to, you know, white people since the colonialism, or since the colonization of the United States. I mean, there's really no other way to cut it. I mean, and if anybody knows like a different history that I don't know, you can let me know, but last I checked. But anyways, yeah, so I think to sit there and say, you don't know what somebody's doing behind closed doors, you don't know, no, like it's to celebrate my accomplishments on my social media. Well, your social media, in my personal opinion, that is you, that is your voice, that is what you stand for. And if you can't post to your social media that you support something, how can people know that you support that behind closed doors? And to me, it sends the message that you're scared to take a stance because you might lose followers, or you might upset people that follow you. And for why? Because what? You took a stance against somebody being murdered on video that we all got to watch. And we know that there's a lot of racial tension going on in the United States, and you don't want to acknowledge that. For why? You know, so I think like if you have a platform and you can make a change, why wouldn't you use that? Why would you donate behind closed doors? Why would you do things behind closed doors if you're not willing to do that on your social media? Can somebody make it make sense to me?
Business telling anybody how they're supposed to react to situations happening right now. I have 100% compassion for the people affected. You know, instead of focusing on judging other people, and instead of like thinking that people should just talk instead of do. Honestly, I don't agree with that. I'm a person where I am going to take action. I'm not just going to speak about it and do nothing. You know, I'm going to donate. I'm going to protest. So if you're somebody like on social media judging how people are acting and judging, you know, people just from a screen and assuming you know exactly what they're doing to help the situation, you know, there's a lot that you don't see. I don't post a lot of my life on social media. You guys only see what I choose to share. So quite frankly, the people messaging me, you don't know me. You don't know what I do. You don't know what I stand for.
You know what? She's right. She is right. She is right 100%, because we don't know her. We don't know what she stands for. We don't know what she's about. We don't. However, she's actively taken the time to post this video to tell people off about talking about something that she doesn't want to talk about, and to defend herself for what? Instead of getting defensive about why you aren't talking about something, either don't say anything. At least that's my opinion. Either don't say anything, or say something about the injustice that's happened. But instead she's going on this spiel in her Dior necklace. Oh my god, you guys, she's in her bathing suit on the beach in a Dior necklace. Who knows how much that top costs? It doesn't matter, because that's okay, because that's her and that's her life. But like, you guys, like, do we not see, like, this is a little, yeah, like, not all here, not all there, like, not about it, like, not with it, not supporting the cause. You do not support the cause. Don't come on here and tell me you're like one of the most educated people on the issues.
So don't make assumptions. You know, now more than anything, people have to lead with love. Fighting hate with hate doesn't balance anything out. It just makes it worse. So honestly, like, I just really hope that people just really reflect, focus on how you personally are handling it, because every single person can make a difference together. But if you're sitting here pointing fingers and judging other people, you're not helping the situation. You're only making it worse and accentuating it. So, you know, I really encourage you to not message people that, one, you don't know, and two, make assumptions. And it's really inappropriate. Don't be that person. You know, I don't look at people's social media and say like, oh, she's not doing anything about this, she doesn't care about this, because I don't know. You know, you don't know what people are doing behind closed doors, and I would love to know what you personally are doing. I would love to know what you're...
Okay, so we don't need to know. Here's the thing, we don't need to know what she's doing, but she needs to know what we're personally doing. Okay, how about just make a call to action? I got that idea. But outside of that, there is definitely some merit to like what she is saying, though. We don't know what she is doing behind closed doors. But if she's willing to do those things behind closed doors, why isn't she willing to use her platform to make a change, to speak out, to, because that is a reflection of you. She's saying, I choose what I pick, I choose what I show you. Yeah, you choose what you're trying to build a following. It's you. You like, you know what I mean? Like, the people follow you for your voice and what you stand for. And when there's a social movement going on across the United States, and you actively choose to post your Monet accomplishments instead, to me, I just find that like a little bit tone deaf, like me when I sing. But you know what I mean? Like, not me, like, I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You're doing aside from harassing people on Instagram. But my personal opinion, I think that spreading awareness goes a lot further than reposting something on Instagram. I think that it's educating yourself so that you're able to correct.
And what does she mean, spreading awareness? Use your platform to spread awareness.
Educate other people in a respectful manner, and spread awareness through word of mouth and conversation. And, you know, taking action steps like funding the things that are happening and actually making a difference, instead of just posting on my Instagram story. Spreading awareness by correctly stating things instead of just reposting something I didn't even make myself. So that's the way that I approach situations like this, and to each their own.
No, like, seriously, like, imagine having like that really strong and heartfelt political statement that she had to give to us, and then she did like a body selfie to black on the beach in her Dior necklace. So I think we can make of that what we made of that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do sound off in the comments. Was that appropriate? Do you think that she's really like, do you think that she's really supporting people, or do you think that she's not supporting the cause? Do you think she like is actually donating? Like, if she is, great. I'm not here to knock her. But I just think, like, if you have a platform, if you say you're here to engage in conversation, if you say that, you know, like, spreading the word is like what's important, then use your platform to spread the word, or don't. But like, it's pretty obvious when you don't say anything. Like, it's just kind of like obvious which side you fall on the spectrum when you fall like 100% silent, like 100% muted. Really questionable. Really starting to question those people.
Good morning. I washed my hair today. Give me props for that. Hey guys, super quick live today. We're going to get in, get out. This is not about me. This week is not about me for sure. This movement is not about me for sure. But good morning. I'm a marketing professor, podcast host. I work with Money, Hair, and Skincare. I washed my hair today, so I love to get the claps when I wash my hair. Give me all the love. It's like, you know, labor of love to wash. So I'm going to let it air dry today.
Could you imagine starting off like a live about somebody's murder with, give me claps, I washed my hair today? What?
The news in the country has just been the saddest and the craziest, right? And we're all worn out and we are all tired. And I see you I think I got like my first full night of sleep in like a week last night. Can I please get some love for that? I slept, I washed my hair, I'm getting my life back together. Pandemic, shake it off, right? Crazy news, like, blah. And I'm feeling a lot better today, but I wanted to share with you guys because I wasn't really aware of what's going on Instagram today and maybe on Facebook too, but I know what's going on Instagram and I didn't know about it. So I wanted to share that with you guys while we wait for my hair to dry. Hey, Laura, I got to get back to your message.
Imagine waking up on Blackout Tuesday, making this video, asking for claps about your hair, claps about the fact that you had a good sleep. What the heck? There's so much going on outside. Are you literally lady living under a rock? Like, it's not even funny. Like, it's not funny. Like, I'm not even like the thing is like, I'm trying, like, where I think we're all trying our best to like keep it together, to compartmentalize like what's happening right now. But at the end of the day, like, I don't understand how you don't see that that's like, this isn't the time to post your thing.
No, hi Leslie. Hey guys, feel free to sprinkle this anywhere. It's a public video. I will be sure to share it, or that you can share it with anybody, because again, the news and the George Floyd story is so tragic, and hopefully, right, some very good change is coming out of that. And I started learning last night when I was taking a bath, self-care. Again, I'm changing my vibe. I'm changing the whole thing. I slept, took a bath, new day. Good morning. Yeah, stay well. That's right, Giselle. Hello, hello. Yeah, of course. I love that. Today, I believe today, and it's either depending on like what account you follow, it's today and for a week. I'm not really sure what we're doing here. But for today, at least, a lot of maybe your favorite.
I got an idea. Before you get on live and instruct everybody about what it is and inform us, I'm not really sure whether it's today or tomorrow or what it is. I'm not really sure what we're doing here. What?
Favorite accounts on the gram, and it might be happening on Facebook too. I'm just not aware, but I did see it start to come, trickle across on posts last night in the bathtub. That a lot of posts are going to be going dark for today, at least today only. I've seen some people say they're going to do it for a week, just in light of wanting to listen to, our friends that are suffering more than me right now. Our friends that are like petitioning for so much change and asking so many things to change. A lot of your favorite accounts are going to be like going silent. I don't know what the best term is for it. I think some people said going dark, going silent today, just kind of to honor everything that is going on in the country, to give space for voices, other voices, right, to talk on the interwebs about things more important than shampoo, frankly. So that's what might be going on your favorite account. Hey, Ashley, you probably already know this. And Ashley, you know what? I tried to add you to a group last night that you were already in. Sweet friend, sweet money sister. Hey, Jane. So just wanted to share that with you because I hadn't seen it until last night. And if you wonder why some of your favorite accounts are not posting today, it's because they are, giving space for other voices on the interwebs today. And I'm going to be kind of staying off, social a little bit today too. I'm still going to be available if you guys have hair questions. If you want to wash your hair today with the best, please reach out. My messenger is open. I'm going to be working on a lot of exciting stuff for my own personal brand today. Doing some OU stuff as well. So I'm here, but I am going to be kind of like stepping back a little bit and trying to partake a bit in that as well for the day. Just remember to give yourself space and love and deep breaths and prayers. And be sure to keep your vibe high any way you can. Ashley is a great, again, she's on my Monate team. I coach with her at Orange Theory. She's my coach. And she took yesterday off. I believe it was yesterday. Today's Tuesday, right? She took yesterday off to kind of like reset herself, right, Ashley? If you don't mind me saying that. I think you posted about it too, to just kind of refocus and take in love, right? And be able to reflect that love back out. And so I'm sure you're back. Yeah, Ashley, I just saw your post. You're back to being fabulous, Ashley, and the light that you are today. Sometimes that's all we need, right? It's just like a day to take a deep breath and let ourselves be quiet and silent. I know social media is crazy. I can't read your whole thing, Kayla, but
Hey lady, this is isn't a moment for you to take a rest and relaxation. This isn't for a moment for you to like detox from social media. That's not what this is about. And I think that this is obviously clearly misunderstood and clearly misrepresented to her team. I don't know. But yeah, that's not what this is about. It's just not what this is about. And if you're going to use your platform, if you're going to say something, I think you should say something in support of what's happening. Like if you're going to say you support what's happening, like what is this roundabout like explaining? Like just support it, dude. You know what I mean? Just support it. What do you mean giving other people a space on the interwebs? Wow. Like it's just like tone deaf, you know what I mean? Like she has every right to take a bath. She has every right to live her life. Like she has every right, like that's how she came across this information. That's how she learned it. She's sharing it with us. Great. But like, it's like, hey, if you're gonna support this, like just support it the right way. Like I just think this whole spiel, you want claps on washing your hair. Like it's just like the ultimate, like what universe are you living in?
So much, girl. You're so amazing. Go follow Kayla, by the way. She's so much fun. But yeah, social media is a great vehicle. Right now, it's very heavy. And so it's a great tool. And with anything, with people, with humans, social media, you got to take the good and leave the bad, right? So I feel like a lot of us are in that place of just taking the good from social media. It's built my business, guys. Like I sell shampoo a lot through social media. It's amazing. The income that I can make from my phone, and I can help you do that too, is amazing. But sometimes it gets heavy. Like Kayla's saying, it's heavy, it's dark. So don't be afraid to just not check it. Don't be afraid to just turn off your notifications. It's okay.
Can you believe that this is her message, is to tell people to stay off today, to take the good and leave the bad, to ignore what's going on social media, when this is the day that people are saying we're going to black out and we're going to let people who are people of color share their experiences about life. And she's actively telling people to just not check it. Like, do you not see, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just am like, it's beyond me. It's really beyond me.
You're going to see other accounts, like I said, doing it for at least today, I think. And I've seen them post more about it on the gram, not so much on Facebook. But if you're wondering where your friends are at, they might just be kind of partaking in, I think they called it like Silent Tuesday or something like that. Maybe hashtag Silent Tuesday. I'm not sure what the hashtag is. But again, it's just about wanting to give space for other voices and show that we're listening. I realized I listened to a podcast about all of this last night. Blackout Tuesday. Thank you.
Wow, that's pretty contradictory to what you're saying. Let's make sure that we're listening. Hey guys, don't be afraid to not check it. Turn off your notifications. The heck?
There you go. I listened to a podcast saying so much about how, what I can do is truly just listen, right? Like, I think a lot of times I'm a teacher, I'm a professor, I talk to you guys, I educate about shampoo, and I talk, I'm a mom, I talk. I'm always right. It's true. But I jump in on arguments like this and debates like this, I should say, a lot, and want to solve and contribute to the conversation because that's what I do. And it's what I enjoy doing. But so much of this is about listening. And so I do want to channel that. This is already going on too long. I'm talking too much. But I do want to kind of flip my vibe into, active listening mode and just listen and be able to learn from that. So that's my Tuesday today. Let me know how to help your business, your income. If you need a paycheck this week, I can help you. Ashley can help you with that in an amazing, amazing way. We all wash our hair during pandemics, during everything that's going on. We all take time to wash our hair. So let us know how to help you. And yeah, search hashtag Blackout Tuesday if you want to know more, because I'm not that educated on it. I just saw it last night and thought you'd want to know. Sending you prayers, sending you well wishes and high vibes and better days. And that sums it up. Happy Tuesday. I will talk to you later.
High vibes and better days. High vibes and better days. Okay. Do you guys see this? Am I the only one that sees this? Because if I'm the only one that sees this, please call me out on it. But to me, this is just so tone deaf, so unaware, so Like, what? 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 I don't know. Let's talk about this picture that we saw that was circulating around the internet that I'm just like, it's beyond me. If you're crying because what has happened to our city, you can get some waterproof mascara from your friendly makeup and skincare specialist. .me. Have some, or order some today. If you are crying because what has happened to our city, do you mean if you are crying because what has happened to George Floyd? Are we still gonna keep saying, what do you mean what has happened to, yeah, like I get the idea, what has happened to our city, but like, first off, lady, don't use this as an opportunity to show your stupid product, okay? And secondly, in the pool, what? Holding your, you think we want mascara right now? You guys, like, this is just crazy. Like, what? That's just crazy. This is crazy. Can't believe I have to say that this is crazy. Color Street came out with a beautiful one. Oh yeah. All the Color Street gals putting out a black nail, a brown nail, a tan nail, a nude nail, a red nail, a white nail, a blue nail. Together we rise. And they just ran with it, baby. The Color Street gals ran with it. This post, okay, her broken heart nail for Color Street. Real talk, this last week has been gut-wrenching. I live in Minnesota. My husband runs one of the 3 post offices that burned to the ground in Minneapolis. From the very beginning, it's been so sad and heartbreaking watching everything that's been going on. I've been doing my own custom nail art for years. It's therapeutic and an outlet for creativity, but believe me when I say using Color Street for it has been a game changer. I can create my designs quicker, faster, and easier using these dry polish strips. I don't usually title my manicures, but if I did, I'd name this Blood and Tears. I don't usually title my manicures. Oh my god. I don't usually title my manicures. Okay. Just like, what? Using it as an opportunity to sell their freaking nail polish. Let's like not. Okay? Let's not. Let us not. These look not good. I'm just gonna say these do not look good. No offense. This is an opinion. That's my opinion. By the way, these are all my opinions. Everything I'm saying is my opinion. Obviously, this is my opinion. If you didn't already know this was my opinion, I'm going to clarify right now, this is my opinion. Like, some of this is, like, founded in fact, like, founded from facts, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is an opinion video. These are my opinions. Yeah, just ridiculous. So now I want to talk about, like, a greater discussion at hand. Let's forget people being tone deaf. Let's not forget, but, like, let's slide past like the tone deaf side of this discussion and let's turn this discussion into MLMs being a viable business opportunity for people of color and purchasing from an MLM distributor, if that counts as being a supporter of a Black-owned business. I believe no. I do not believe that if you are purchasing from somebody's multi-level marketing company that you are supporting a Black-owned business. I get that that distributor is a person of color, but ultimately it doesn't support a Black-owned company. It doesn't support a Black-owned and run operation. It's streamlined up to a plethora of CEOs, in which I will display, that are not people of color. And I don't think that we should start going out and making network marketing companies that are started by people of color. That's not what I'm saying. So let's not twist this. I don't think we need to get in this market. What I think we need to start doing is we need to start making businesses that are founded on people's passions, people's dreams. Like, we need to form coalitions. We need to connect resources, network. I mean, there are plenty of Black-owned businesses and community leaders and, you know, Black-owned resources to, I don't know, to start doing what we really want to do. I had a discussion with somebody on a Facebook page, and she said that, let me find it, but I believe she said she started selling Color Street nails. She doesn't feel like it's her business. You know, like, she doesn't feel like it's not anything she's passionate about. I said, what are you passionate about? She shared with me her company, what she's doing. I said, do you have a website? She said, no, not yet. I said, add me, let's make one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a professional. I don't know how to make websites. I mean, like, I know a little bit, like, I've learned some things, but I know that there are resources, and I know that there are people, and I know that if we work together, we can help each other to build the dreams and start the foundations of the things that we are passionate about, and investing in a multi-level marketing company where we know that 99% of people do not succeed in a multi-level marketing company. Why would we go out and, I mean, for lack of better terms, in my opinion, you know, we're going to talk about looting. You're going to go loot all of the people of color, again, double over, in a pyramid scheme, because it's just a product-based pyramid scheme. According to a study done by the FTC, you are more likely to make money in a no product-based pyramid scheme as you are likely to make money in a product-based multi-level marketing company. You have a 10% chance of making money in a no product pyramid scheme. You have a less than a 1% chance of making money in a product-based multi-level marketing company. At the end of the day, the sole focus is on recruiting people and essentially like plowing through a bunch of people for their initial investment, and then, you know, the few people that remain, it ends up funneling to the top of the pyramid. And, you know, I mean, again, I'm not into here to debate whether or not, oh, he can go and get more people and he can move up the ranks so it's not a pyramid. You guys drop that. That's annoying. That's not a discussion. You know it's a freaking pyramid scheme. You know that people need to buy into it in order for it to be, in order for it to keep running the way that it does. And the only thing that's keeping it from not being labeled 100% a pyramid scheme by the FTC is the fact that it's not a 100% like closed purchasing cycle. Like, it's not 100% like a closed, like the money doesn't stay within its circulation. Like, you can have, they have to have a small percentage of actual retail sales in order for them to keep doing what they're doing. But at the end of the day, you need to buy into it. And we've seen enough data and statistics, and people want to say, oh, I'm pretty competitive, I like to be that 1%, I'm going to win. That doesn't help your community, and that's not helping your others, and that's actively saying it doesn't care. I don't care if I screw over 99 other people as long as I'm the one. And that's the mentality that I see when you go into multi-level marketing. And again, I'm not here to like knock people's dreams or tell them that like their dreams aren't a reality, because I want people to own businesses. I want people to do what they're passionate about. I want people to start something that they really want to get behind, because if you're gonna turn your wheels day and night, rake over your friends, message people on social media in an effort to sell something, why not make it your product? I don't really get that. People will say, oh, you know, people don't want to work hard enough. How about just do all that work that you're doing, all that time you're putting in, messaging people, sharing, you know, your thing, like direct people to your website, what you do, what you made. Like, to me, like, all of the money 100% like goes into your pocket, your profits, your things, your idea, your vision. I don't know. To me, that is my thought and opinion on the matter. But again, I don't know. I guess we're not really here like to debate that. But another discussion or another post that I saw within the Black community, and this made me mad. This made me actively upset, because at the end of the day, you know, I just made a video on Forex. I just expressed to people that Forex isn't really something that I think people should get involved in. More specifically, I spoke about iMarkets Live. I don't think that iMarkets Live is, I think iMarkets Live is a scam. I think that it's a scam. I have people who disagree with me who don't think it's a scam, but that's okay. I think it's a scam. Okay, so this is an entirely this is like a Black Facebook group in which I see this shiz. I'm all for it. I'm like, yeah, power to the freaking people. And then it took a sharp left, and I'm like, no, not part of the people. He says, when we make our moves, if we do it in hatred, with anger and rage in our hearts, we've already lost. Here for it. We should be sure to show our class elegance and grace. We should completely dismiss all others who do not ride with us in this and only support our own. Tend to our homeless, crowdfund grants for our own children's educational advancements, create food pantries for our own, consolidate books of knowledge for our own. Yes, yes, yes. Make big moves with Forex to invest in African products as a unified people. We need to form a council so we can start grooming our own world leaders. We have more leverage as people than we think. And I said, hey, I was all for this until you mentioned Forex. And he's like, people need options. And I'm like, people need options. Like, Forex, you know what I mean? Like, people don't have options. Like, that's not the way. Forex isn't the way. I don't know, like, and to me, it just seemed like this was an opportunity to, like, get people on your team. I don't really know. I really, like, was not about that, because we already saw the Forex income disclosure statement for iMarkets Live when it showed that you needed to get 30,000 people underneath you in order to cut a profit of, like, $125,000 a week. Like, excuse me, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's look at... Oh yeah, I just talked about the Forex thing. No. Oh yeah. Sorry, a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I think that the discussion of Forex, like, we need to not invest in Forex. I think that, again, like I said, like, I've made a very small case for why we should be investing in companies and businesses, but at the end of the day, multi-level marketing companies, like, they require recruiting a bunch of people. They're not, in my personal opinion, considered a black-owned business, because at the end of the day, the CEO is not black. You might be a distributor and the money might be going into your pocket for, like, selling those things, but that's not, like, again, this kind of goes back to, like, whether or not this is your business or not, because there is a CEO of the company. There are restrictions on what you can and can't say about the product. You are limited to the product line that that company has decided for you. So, you know, if you do own your own business, you have control of those things. You have liberty over, you know, prices and products and what you say and how you market. I mean, obviously, like, we should try to be ethical, but, you know, like, you don't have a watchful eye over you like these MLM companies do. So the next thing I want to talk about are people specifically using what is going on to get money for themselves first and then maybe donate it, or to, like, to me, no. Let's just say no. This is inappropriate to me. So I came across, and that, to me, okay, no, not even to me. No, this isn't just to me. These are people of color. Now, these are people of color in multi-level marketing companies, again, using this to their advantage to make money. And I don't agree with this. And I just think that this is, like, just ridiculous, in my personal opinion. I think it's another tone. I think that all of these are just tone deaf posts to what the reality is going on, and how we can really help and how we can really make a difference, because to me, this isn't it. So for all of those who are interested, I will be donating all proceeds that I make from any new VIPs to the causes regarding Black Lives Matter movement. DM me if interested. So in order to donate, no, we don't need to sign up as a VIP to give money to you, to give money to the cause, to get expensive shampoo and conditioner and skincare line. I get an idea. Donate directly to the cause. Like, what do you... am I seeing things in my eyes? All new VIPs, I'll donate. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. To me, that's just ridiculous. All right. So the last thing I really want to speak about now are, you know, women of color who are using this as an opportunity to Like, I get the idea, like, behind supporting each other who are people of color and investing in them and investing in their businesses. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this, I don't believe an MLM is the way. But, you know, this video to me just shows how people are using this as a way to then turn a profit. And even if you are a person of color, you're not averse to this. You're not averse to trying to, I guess, I don't know, like, they're trying to use this as a way to, like, I don't know, this is like, I had just a big problem with multi-level marketing companies, and again, like, I know people can say, oh, you're using this as a way to talk about, but, you know, like, I started this channel to talk about multi-level marketing things, and why I think that they are just ridiculous in my personal opinion, and this just plays into the bigger picture as to why they're so ridiculous. Like, why should we need to be a VIP before we can donate to a cause? Why are you using this as an opportunity to sell shampoo or like Color Street or like, you know what I mean? Like, I get companies are taking a stance and saying what their opinion is. Companies are, and you can take that stance personally, but it's turning into the sell is where I have a problem. People are using this to then market their things and tie this in as if it's got, like, I titled this meeting. These are women of color, and they started their Zoom call off with like leading prayer, okay, and talking about George Floyd. And all of these causes are just. All of these things are correct. They are not wrong when they speak on behalf of women of color and what it's like to be a woman of color and like what it's like to experience these things, and they're not wrong. But what I think is wrong is now turning this donation into a marketing ploy to get people to join your team and to then reap a profit from them, because like I said, you are not helping black owned business when you, like, I think you're taking more money from the black community when you start raking over people with MLMs.
White police officer because he supposedly used a counterfeit $20 bill.
And this is another thing, that the girl that's recording this is recording her screen of a woman of color talking, but she herself is not black. She herself she's looked white to me, but she's not black. She could be, you know, of other descent, but she's not black. Okay, so she is now using this as like a publicity stunt to then like blast on her social media as well.
You know, it's not the right way to go about things. There's other ways to get your voice heard. But I mean, black people have been trying to get their voice heard for hundreds of years, for centuries, and nobody wants to hear them. Colin Kaepernick took a knee for a year, for, I don't even know, a season, and he hasn't played in the NFL for 4 years now. But it's bigger than the NFL.
She's absolutely 100% got a point. Like, without a doubt, 100%, like, bam, 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 like, landlocked, loaded, got a point. She is right because like, yeah, people have been saying this for quite some time, like, you know, like, lots of racist things, like, keep appearing as we are, like, making our way into 2020. This is, like, we're not averse to this now that we are in 2020. It still happens. So, like, if people don't want to listen, if people are gonna, like, it was like a public lynching of Colin Kaepernick's, like, you know, his career, his livelihood, like what he supported, and he peacefully took a knee and said, I can't support a country, or I can't support a song, or to me it's more symbolic than anything. It's so symbolic. He didn't hurt a soul, he didn't do anything. It was just very much a symbolism of, look, something has to change. Like, I care more about this issue than I do about my ultimately, like, my career that I've worked and put my life on the line for, because I'm passionate about this. And he's been fighting for this cause ever since people went on an outrage about him taking a knee. And I don't know, I just think it's obvious that there is a lot of not just overt but covert racism that exists in the United States. And if we don't want to admit that, then I think we should ask ourselves, why don't we want to admit that? And is it for a certain reason? Is it because, like, we want to like maintain dominance, or is it because like we don't think it exists? Because if we don't think it exists, there's plenty of examples to show that it does still exist. So then like, are you turning off your ears because you don't want to listen, or is it because you don't want to be introspective enough, or like you don't want to change your opinion, or like you feel like threatened, or you know, somebody tell me what it is. I want to know.
When people try to peacefully protest, they're still attacked. Echo that voice of change, let me tell you, that makes a world of difference. Change starts somewhere, and we are going to ignite it. I'm going to ignite it with the 400 ladies on my team.
This is what pisses me off. The little caption at the bottom, everyone is bawling with the hearts.
Ladies on my team. It's the exact same thing. The one that is here in the physical world and the one that is up in heaven. Yeah. And they want you to win, right? That's why you're going to win here.
I've had job interviews where they're like, we want to hire you. Now, what do we do if you're here?
Yes.
I had that too. I've had that. I've had issues in high school. A lot of people think that I'm biracial.
Everywhere. We're going to just touch and agree. Okay? So right now, God, we come to you, Lord.
Okay. If anybody sees anything like a little bit like about what they're doing right now, you let me know, because I am like watching this for like a long time being like, put your hands down. Put your hands down.
Humble ourselves before you. We're so thankful and we are so honored and so blessed. Thank you for bringing us here together tonight. God, I thank you for Amy, Lord. Thank you for Jen. Thank you for every woman that came on this line and opened up and was transparent about.
Like, I fully understand they're praying, but you know what I mean? Like, just like
their stories about what they've been through. God, there's so many other stories that have not been heard. For peace, God. We're praying for a massive peace encounter to take place today, right now, and forevermore, Lord. Change us. If you can change.
I just don't have to get, I don't get why it has to be just for display on your story, a video of the Zoom, of you praying, of doing that. Just be present, be there for the moment, actually care. Because to me, it's like, doing this because you actually care, or are you doing this because you want to look good? Because I've seen a lot of people posting black squares because they want to look good, who actually haven't taken the time to really, I don't know, like do like much of all anything. So to me, like, that's more telling than anything.
One, you can change 1,000, you can change 1,000,000, you can change 1,000,000,000. Anything is possible with you. So we thank you and we agree tonight, God. We ask that you will give us the strength and the power, the courage, the boldness that we need to do your work and for your glory. And we give you the honor.
I don't know. Like, I get the idea, but let's say no. So now this group of women, they have like labeled their group around being women of color, and they are asking for donations that they will then give on their behalf to the George Floyd Fund. And to me, again, this is wrong. Direct them to where to donate, to direct causes. Do not ask for a donation so that you can then give it on behalf of what, your team, your Monate team? That's just not cool. I don't think that's cool. I don't know. You guys, please let me know down below. Do you think this is cool? Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think this is the way to do this? Or do you think that they should have not taken this moment to promote their stupid freaking product? They should have just given light to the situation, actively listened, actively learned about what is going on, instead of posting their nonsense onto the internet. I don't know. Like, you guys let me know. The big discussion at the end of the day is, what can we do as a community? How can we support Black-owned businesses? How can we start Black-owned businesses? How can we direct our money to Black-owned businesses? Again, like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't know. I'm going to link all of the resources I have. I am going to share all of the places that you can donate directly to the George Floyd Fund. If you see people using this as an opportunity to sell their stupid product, call them out on it. It's not cool. And continue to show up, show out, and let people know that this is an issue worth learning about, worth understanding. There really is a lot of, turmoil and deep traumatic history that is aligned with the Black community, and I think this isn't a time to turn a blind eye to that. And I think that you have people that are sharing their experiences, and we should use this as an opportunity to listen to those experiences, because we don't know what we don't know, and it's really hard to imagine walking in somebody else's shoes if we can't even picture that, if we don't even know like what that experience could even look like. So I think it starts with sharing our stories, sharing the reality of the situation, and that was the meaning behind Blackout Tuesday, was giving space for voices on the interwebs that haven't had a chance to share their story, that really feel like they're a voice that needs to be heard and understood and listened to and respected. And I think it starts there. I am going to, there's like a link on how to, like, some Black owned businesses that you can purchase from and support. And I want to, like I said, I really don't know, like, I'm not a professional, but I think that we can, create, well, there is a coalition, there is groups of people being like created. Like, I think that we can create a big directory of Black owned resources, Black owned businesses, where to turn to. If you need a website made, who can help you make that website? Who can give you the resources? If you have an idea for a product, who can you spitball that with? Where can we get patents made? People don't know what they don't know, so let's teach people. Let's find a way to get businesses going that aren't multi-level marketing businesses. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing in regards to being anti-MLM. I don't support multi-level marketing companies. I do not believe that they empower women. I don't believe that they empower people of color. I don't believe they empower the Black and brown community. I don't believe that they are here to uplift us, regardless of how pretty they make the picture seem. We can see the stats, we know how the company works, and we know how the business model works, and it's required to recruit people and whether or not they stick it out. And let's not do that anymore. Let's sell a product that we care about, that we're passionate about, that we want our name on, that we made, that we thought of, that we are passionate about. Like, and if you don't know, like, that doesn't mean like that there's not an opportunity for you that isn't real. And that's like, again, like MLMs, like, okay, they're real. But just statistically, I just want to break down here some fast stats from AARP in regards to multi-level marketing and how many people actually cut a profit. So at the end of the day, there are nearly 21 million people involved in network marketing companies. 60% of those are women. But the big takeaway are, so 63% of people join to make money by selling the product or the service to others. 23% of the people join to recruit others. 43% of the people want the products on sale. But more than 56% of the people are making less than $35,000 a year at the time. That doesn't take into account how much they've actually spent on any of the products. 74% of people reported that they either lost money or made no more as a result of their participation with an MLM. 47% of people lost money. 27% of people made no money. The 26% of remaining people replied that they made a profit, and only 53%, and no, not only, but 53% of those people made less than $5,000. So like, it's just like your chances keep cutting like half and half and half and half with like everything that you see. And then 39% of people stopped participating because it felt awkward to pitch family and friends. I think that it would take out the awkwardness of pitching family and friends if they didn't find at the end of the day that when you tried to pitch them, it was Color Street. I think it would take out the awkwardness of pitching family and friends if they didn't find at the end of the day that you wanted to wrap them up in it works. There went my light. But you know what? Maybe that's a sign. It's saying, Tiana, wrap it up. You've spoken too long on this issue. This isn't for you anymore. Yeah. Again, I'm going to link resources. I'm going to share all of the places that you can support Black-owned businesses. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you feel like this message is worth sharing, please share this with somebody in your community. If you feel like it's not worth sharing, that's a-okay. If you disagree with me, comment down below. If you agree with me, comment down below. Either way, comment down below. Let's engage in discussion. Let's, you know, let's talk about if we do want to amplify melanated voices and we want to amplify melanated businesses, where do we start? What do we do? How can we take some action? And I want to open up that discussion because I do see just a lot of people saying that MLMs can be a great vehicle for people of color, and I disagree. I just 100% disagree. So yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you did take the time to listen, I don't know, I'm really passionate about this. So, it's, I don't want to take light away from, what the real cause is, and that like there is real racial injustice within this country and it deserves to be spoken about. But moving forward, we have to figure out how can we build and what pieces can we collect to make this new future, I guess, for lack of better terms, like that we want to create, because shit's destroyed, like everything, like we know what's going on outside. So like if we are going to take this as a time to start this movement towards Black owned businesses, I personally don't think that they should be directed at multi-level marketing companies. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful, what's today? I don't know, dude, all the days blend together. The day is the day, and take to the streets, protest, donate, have your voice be heard, engage in conversation, educate, and when you hear something, like be strong enough to call that person out, because I can tell you that there have been a number of times in which I've heard things that were really inappropriate, and you don't want to ruffle feathers, you don't want to shake the boat, you don't want to be the one to cause problems, and at the end of the day, for why? Because you don't want to check that person for being an asshole, and I think that enough is enough. Let's start checking people for being assholes. And yeah, it's not enough to just be not racist, we need to be actively anti-racist. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it, and yeah, have a good day, you guys, or I guess as good of a day as you can possibly have. But I am motivated and I am called to action, and I hope you are too, and I hope that we can make a change